Stage 1 of the Blast Austin Major has just finished, which means it's time to take a look at our Stage 2 pick'ems on what is hopefully still your road to a diamond coin. Now, while CS2 itself hasn't fully updated, we do know the score of this match between Tyloo and FlyQuest. Tyloo won 2-1, so they progressed through to the next stage. So if you were to go look at Stage 2, that question mark you currently see, I'm sure Valve will update it by the time I have this out or you're watching it, you will see Tyloo's lovely logo there instead. Before we get on to Stage 2, I have to accept a bit of defeat on Stage 1. It didn't go well, and it's honestly my worst performance I've ever had out of the 5 majors I've done pick'ems on, because I only got 2 of the 10 right. Now, you can call me a clown, you can meme it all you want, it was bound to happen at some point, it's just a shame it happened this time around. I don't have many excuses for it, I'll be honest, I definitely made some bad choices, but it is what it is. We move on to Stage 2. I've honestly seen so many people also get burnt on Stage 1, which is something I predicted. So, I mean, let me know if you're still in the runner for the diamond coin in the comments down below, and hopefully my Stage 2 approach will help you on that path. Now, we are changing tack a little bit for this, because it burnt me a little bit whenever I put OG 3-0 when I thought that it would be close between OG and Beat, because essentially what that meant is both of them progressed and I lose 2 points for it because of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one guaranteed 3-0, we're going to stack the 3-1, 3-2 as heavily as possible, and then we might have to gamble the 0-3s a little bit. And I will say, I think this is where you need to go on to majors.im and have a little bit of a look at how things could play out. Now, we're still looking at Stage 1. We're now on Stage 2. This is now updated for how the Round 1 matches will be. Now, what I will say is, I think you ignore everything after Round 1, because all it takes is one upset here to cause a problem. What I will say is, what you want to do is try and figure out your 3-0s and your own 3s based on how the opening games might go. Falcons Bait has potential to be close, but you'd like to think Falcons can close out. Thieves and Heroic is a very concerning opening match. I would be worried about putting any of those teams 3-0, because that is honestly a bit of a coin flip given form. And that kind of rings true for the 0-3 picks as well, because a lot of people will be looking at teams like Lin Vision, maybe like a Legacy, Tyloo, but like, are they guaranteed to lose to M80? We don't know. But yeah, this will be linked down below. I would just say, just have a look at this and have at least a guide of where you think things can progress, but don't bank on it too much, because as I say, all it checks is one upset and then the bracket changes completely. So that waffling aside, what am I going to do? First of all, I'll pick my guaranteed 3-0. I'm going to put Falcons there. I dislike the organization, but I'm putting Falcons there. They got Nico, they got Monacy. They have been making grand finals. This is a stage where they need to go 3-0 for confidence, and they should be going 3-0. As I mentioned, I was interested in putting like Heroic and FaZe in 3-0, but they play each other straight away, and that is a worry for me. So with that in mind, I'm definitely going to put FaZe in 3-1, 3-2 advancement. And honestly, I think Heroic will be a team that goes 3-0, 3-1 as well, so I'm going to put them in there. Other teams that I look at and I think will perform well at this stage, because honestly, this stage is nowhere near as stacked as like Stage 3 is going to be leading into playoffs. It's weirdly like unstacked. But other teams that I think will be able to progress through, when I look at it, I look at VP, and I'm like, for sure, VP, as iffy as they can be, they should be finding a way to make it through this stage. And honestly, I was trying to plan this in advance while the final games of Stage 1 finished, and I just got a little bit stuck at this point, because I was like, damn, like these matches are again at a point where it can go any way and really like just catch you off guard. I didn't plan to put many teams from Stage 1 through, but given that they come in with the momentum, I'm also going to put Beat through. I think Beat, they start against Falcons, I think they lose that game. They better lose that game for the sake of my 3-0. But when I look at them against potentially playing like M80s, Furias, Lin Visions, Legacies, Bet Booms, I see them winning those series. And I appreciate I'm very EU heavy right now. Okay, I've consulted HLTV and looked through recent form, and I've got my final 2 picks for advancement. The first one, I'm going to be putting Furia through. I think the changes they've made, I mean, they're in a little bit of a honeymoon period, and we did see uptick to the extent that I think they should be able to make it through this stage. And then the final team I'm going to put through, as much as I'd love to put like M83 for some like North American representation, I am unfortunately going to be putting them out, and I'm going to be putting 3 Max through. So as I said, I appreciate very European focused right now, but it is what it is. In hindsight, I need a weird team to go 3-0. And out of the options, 3D Max bracket fall might actually be that. I'm going to put 3D Max 3-0. They're going to be a bit of a curveball pick. Then it's who do I think is fumbling, right? In regards to the 0-3, Pian, we can sort that. Pian have been dreadful. I'm just going to put them 0-3. I used to like the roster, but the form has been horrible. I'm going to go with Vibes for my final advancement pick. It didn't work for Metasport, but I'm going to put OG through. I like the OG team. I'm really uncertain across those last 6 teams, so I'm just going to put OG through again for absolute vibes. And then it's honestly, it's really tough. It's if we MIBR, I don't think they're 0-3. I don't think they'll go 0-3. BetBoom, I don't think are 0-3, nor Namiga. So really, it's coming down to like MAA, Linvision, Legacy, or Tyloo themselves. I will say, I'm really happy with these 9. For these last 4, I'm going to make a decision of MAA. I'm going to, as much as it pains me, I think the North American team is unfortunately going to go 0-3. But I'm going to save my picks, and I'm going to leave it there. That's what I'm leaving it as. The one thing that concerns me with MEA is the games start tomorrow, and Tyloo come in hot after beating FlyQuest in a very convincing fashion in the last 2 maps. And we know that teams can start slow. So we messed up on stage 1, guys, like massively. But for stage 2, I think we're locked in. I think this is a solid path to follow, especially when you look at the average teams there. What I will say is, check out some other content creators doing this, watch multiple videos, listen to everyone's thoughts and feedback, and then make your own decisions on it with that in mind. So I wouldn't say even copy mine 1-for-1, don't copy Londer's 1-for-1, don't copy any other creators 1-for-1. Watch all of them, take in the opinions, and then also put a bit of your own thought into it as well. And like, is there any team you're feeling that maybe we're overlooking? Put them in, vibe it out, and see how it goes. But hopefully you guys are still on for Diamond Coin. Hopefully you didn't follow me 1-for-1, as I've just said. And if you're not going for Diamond Coin, then the good news is you can join me in going for Gold Coins, because that's what we have become absolute masters in. We got 4 of them. We're now going for our 5th. Good luck in your pick'ems. As I say, I hope you're still on for Diamond Coin, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.